It was a rainy Tuesday in Seattle when Daniel closed the door to their apartment for the last time. His heart ached, and the walls echoed the laughter that once filled their small space. He left behind a letter on the kitchen table, the ink slightly smudged from a tear that had fallen during the final sentence. He didn't know if Emma would ever read it, but he couldn't face her. Not after the news. Emma came home 2 hours later, soaked from the rain and clutching a paper bag of groceries. She looked around, noticing the absence, the missing suitcase, the cold air, the silence. Her eyes locked onto the envelope. Emma, it read in Daniel's handwriting, but she didn't open it. Daniel and Emma had met 5 years ago at a bookstore. She was reaching for a worn copy of The Great Gatsby, and he was reaching for the same one. Their hands touched, a cliché moment, but magic sparked. Within months, they were inseparable. Emma was wild-hearted, full of dreams and unpredictability. Daniel was calm, methodical, the kind of man who made breakfast every morning and checked the weather before dressing. Somehow they fit. They moved in together after 2 years. Life was not perfect, but it was beautiful. Until the hospital visit. Daniel had been having migraines, severe, sudden, unpredictable. After dozens of tests, the doctor delivered the verdict: a terminal brain tumor. 6 months left, maybe less. The words echoed in his skull louder than the tumor ever could. He didn't tell Emma. Emma noticed the changes. Daniel grew distant, distracted. He started cancelling date nights, ignoring her morning jokes. He'd sit staring at the wall, lost in thoughts she couldn't reach. "Are you okay?" she asked one night, her voice barely a whisper. "I'm just tired," he replied, pulling away. Emma cried that night, alone. Daniel wrote the letter the next day. He didn't want her to watch him die. He didn't want her last memories of him to be in a hospital bed, tubes in his arms and fear in his eyes. He thought leaving would save her, but he underestimated love. Emma never opened the letter. She tucked it in her bookshelf between The Great Gatsby and Wuthering Heights, convinced it would hurt too much. She assumed Daniel left because he didn't love her anymore. She tried to move on, dated a few people, laughed again, but never fully. At night she still left a light on in the hallway, just in case he ever came back. Her best friend, Lila, told her to forget him. "He's not coming back, Em. He walked out." But Emma couldn't. Her heart was stubborn. A year later, Emma walked into her favorite coffee shop and noticed a man staring at her. Late 50s, kind eyes, worn coat. He seemed hesitant, like he was waiting for something. When she got up to leave, he approached. "Are you Emma?" She froze. "Yes? I'm Dr. Rains. I was Daniel's doctor." Her heart stopped. "I'm sorry to intrude, but he asked me to find you. After. I waited a year, like he asked." Emma's knees weakened. "He died at a hospice in Oregon, peacefully. He didn't want you to know, but I felt you should." She couldn't breathe. Emma went home in silence. That night, with trembling hands, she finally opened the envelope. "My Emma, if you're reading this, I'm already gone. I'm sorry. I never wanted to leave you like this, but I couldn't bear the thought of you watching me fade. I have a brain tumor. Terminal. I found out a few weeks ago. Every time I looked at you, I wanted to tell you. But your smile, your laugh, your hope, I didn't want to take that away from you. I left because I loved you too much to let you see me die. I wanted your memories of us to stay golden. I miss you already. I missed you the moment I walked out. I hope one day you'll forgive me. Forever yours, Daniel," she cried until morning. In the weeks that followed, Emma visited Oregon. She found the small hospice, met the nurses, saw the room he'd stayed in. She sat under the tree where he used to watch sunsets, and she talked to him. "I hate you for leaving," she whispered once. "But I love you more." She started journaling. Every night, she wrote a letter to Daniel, just like he had done. She told him about her day, about the people she met, the things she saw. Life moved slowly, but it moved. 2 years later, Emma opened a bookstore. She named it The Letter You Never Read. It became a cozy corner in the heart of the city, a place for people to read, write, and sometimes cry. There was a small wall where visitors could pin anonymous letters they'd never sent. It became a kind of healing. Emma wasn't the same woman she used to be. She was softer, quieter, but also stronger. Daniel's memory didn't haunt her, it guided her. One spring afternoon, a man named Noah walked into the bookstore. He was a travel writer in town for a few months. He picked up a book, then another, then returned the next day. And the next. Emma noticed the way he listened, the way he smiled with his eyes. He didn't try to fix her, didn't try to erase the past. He just showed up. One evening, as they sipped coffee by the window, he asked, "Do you ever write letters you never send?" Emma smiled. "All the time." He nodded. "Me too." Love doesn't always end with a wedding or a happy ever after. Sometimes it ends in a goodbye you don't understand until years later. Sometimes the greatest love stories are the ones that change you, break you, and then help you rebuild. Emma still keeps Daniel's letter, now framed above her writing desk, and every time she writes a new letter, she whispers, "This one's for you too." Because some stories never truly end. They just become a part of who we are.